Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to the Progressive. Do a quick one on a sort of a difficult subject, if you want to call it that, because we are going to talk about love today, and this has been so misunderstood, so linear in our thinking, and what we think the energy of love is. So I'll just share what came to me and allow you to sit with it, and you have to get this energetically because it's not possible to linearize something like love. And you'll find out why by the time I finish this. So pay attention, pay energetic attention to what I'm about to share with you. It's not going to be understood much by the mind, but it's going to be understood by some part of you, that is the being. Because we are talking about that one over there on the left hand bottom corner, the new human being. We spoke about the 6 parts, and we are going to talk about just one part of that, which is the love, right in the center there, and how it relates to expand, engage, regenerate, and create as action. Can we create love? Can we engage with love? Can we regenerate love, or can we expand love? Now, what are the talking points for today? Well, what is it? Well, love is a self-illuminating, self-perceiving, self-propelling, self-conscious energy. You got to understand, this is not an energy form. The energy we call love is not like electricity or not like magnetism. This is a self-propelled, self-conscious energy. So it's conscious in and of itself, what it wants to do, where it wants to go. It's the illuminating principle of life itself. So it's all pervading, from all matter to all non-matter. You can't really materialize love, although it is in material form. So it is one of the paradoxical concepts of creation itself. This is why people who have tried to capture it through poetry, through art forms, through music, through sculpture, through architecture, through science, through biology, you name it, through any science and field of humanities, have kind of unable to do it successfully. Because the mind is only capable of linear thinking. The mind is only a vessel for linear thought, step by step, putting one foot in front of the other. That's what mind is about. Whereas love isn't. It's very multidimensional, meaning it can be matter, it can be non-matter, it can be conceptual, it can be abstract, it can be real in physical form, it can be not real. So it pervades through all matter and non-matter. What do I mean? Pervades through all matter and non-matter. Even the most microstructure of subatomic particles of all that is in the known universe and all that is even invisible is guided and harmonizes and exists and is held in place with this energy called love. It's an energy form. It goes through all universes. What do I mean by universes? Universe is one place, but it has got many dimensions. So all these dimensions of existence exist in one place and are held in place in each dimension with the energy of love. You have to understand all this energetically, yeah? How is it felt as? The second point. How is energy felt like? Now we are trying to translate here into usable means, how you can use this in your daily life, not as an abstract concept which is maybe nice to read in a poetry, maybe nice to see in a movie, maybe nice to see two lovers, or maybe nice to see how one loves a particular art form of creation. It is all of those. It is not one singular thing. So how is it felt as, which can be used in daily life? Well, here are some words that I wanted to share with you which came to me. Expansion. Love is about expansion. It's constant expansion of your field, of your energy, of your soul, of your mind, of your emotions. It is seeking expansion. It is an ever expanding spiral of energy which rises in us. It can be like a song, it can be like a hum, it can be like a frequency, it can be like a vibration, color or colors, or all of these, or one, a combination of all of these at the same time. This is why love can shake a person completely up. It can completely transform anything, because it goes in all directions. It cannot be singularized in all directions. It can be all at once. It can be frequency, some call it a vibration, some call it a song, some call it a color, some call it a picture, some call it's formless. The unnamed, yet it is felt. This is the unnamed one. Some people even call it the creator of the universe. So it's the unnamed. You can't name it because you can't pick it. There is no form in it, yet it is formless, and yet it manifests as form. It feels as a connection, feels as a dissolving, feels like a melting, feels like it being seen. The sight, the real sight that we have, not the physical eyes alone, but sight of the soul, it feels like it's being seen for the first time, feels like it is being recognized, feels like being seen, felt, feels like lightness, feels like expanding outward from self, from me to everybody else. So therefore it results in loss of ego, loss of boundary. You feel loss of where you begin and where the other one ends, or vice versa. Even if it is temporary, whenever a person is in the feeling of love, this is the loss of the boundary. That's why they use terms like falling in love with a person, with an activity, with a thing, with an art form. Falling in love, your sense of dissolving is a sense of love. Okay, merging with the wholeness of the moment or with the creation. It can be even with a plant, it can be with a flower, it can be with an animal, your pets, looking at your pet in the eye, looking at a child in the eye, dedicating yourself to a piece of work that you are engaged with, etc. All these things. So it is felt where now? How is it felt? We just covered. Where is it felt? Okay. So love is felt.
Let me know if I can help.
Sorry, Siri popped up. Okay. Where is it felt? It is felt everywhere. It is felt all around. Everything, in all things, animate and inanimate. Felt in unconditional freedom of being. This is crucial to remember when you are thinking about love. Love cannot exist in a contract form. It is not a binding. You cannot encapsulate it. This is the first and surest way to lose love. Everywhere. The first thing you try to bind it into something or capture it. This is the tendency of the mind to do. Human mind wants to capture it and hold it and say, this is my lover, or this is my love, or a husband, or a wife, or a child, or a flower, or a piece of art. They get attached to things. Attachment creates that bondage, and love cannot exist in bondage. Love is an inherently free energy all through the universe. It's not a contract, folks. So it's felt in unconditional freedom of being, of expression, of action, of unrestricted flow of unconditional time, place, or existence. It's unconditional. It is unrestricted and unconditional. You got to think of these two things and reflect on it if you want to bring love daily in your life. It has to be unrestricted. You can't regulate it with your behavior or others' thoughts or beliefs or etc. 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 These are all fixed structures. Love is not fixed. Love is like a flow. It's like a wild river running everywhere. Okay. So first and basic is unrestricted freedom of being and action. Remember this new human being. It's unrestricted. It flows everywhere and in all directions. That is where it starts and that is where it grows from. This is just the starting point. It can increase in ever expanding spirals. And from there it grows, and love is deeply connected to gratitude. If you want to just begin very simply, where do I begin doing all these very exotic looking language, right? You can begin by simple gratitude. You can begin by saying, I'm thankful for these clothes that I'm wearing right now. These clothes. Somebody has woven this. All of those I do not know who weaved them. I'm thankful for this food and the farmer that I will never know, who made this food for me. I'm thankful to the sun. I'm thankful to the air I breathe. Trees and plants silently purifying it for me. If nothing else, you can be grateful every day, every meal, every hour. And this love gratitude is what it creates and sustains and holds in itself. The entire creation is held in gratitude. A deep sense of gratitude which is like felt in the center of the chest. That's the heart of all creation. That's the heartbeat of everything living, non-living, everywhere, all around. Okay, it creates all worlds and all universes. create love. Now we come to the actions part of the human beings. Now, how do we create love in our life? By taking that quality of unconditional love, okay, unconditionality into your daily activities. You can take it into your play, your work, your routines, your hobbies. You can engage. Remember the engage with people, engage with things, engage with all things, all people, nature, your own mind, your own emotions, your own body. Unconditionality is the key. Unconditional, personal, free expression of you, creating forms and the formless being abstract, like the thoughts, emotions, feelings, energy, everything that's abstract, or creating concrete things of life, things and feelings. That's how you create love. You can do this every single day. Expand love. How do you expand love? That portion over there. Expand can be by moving deliberately and consciously seeking. Remember, this is a conscious exercise. You can't leave it to your astrological chart or birth chart or somebody, some person or place or thing will come and give me all the goodies of life. All this is new human being is built with conscious engagement. You have to voluntarily participate in this. You can't sit there expecting things to drop into your lap. That's not how any of this can be created. So by moving deliberately and consciously, seeking, feeling, exploring in different directions in all that you do, you become, you create, you try out new things, activities, hobbies, engagement. Love goes in all directions, inward and outward, unrestricted in its energy. Tap into the knowing of this as love and freely explore. Remember, unrestricted, unconditional. Without conditions, categories, labels. Love is grace. What we call as grace, the Christian concept of grace, which is there in the Bible, is nothing but this love. This kind of love is called grace. It creates gracefulness in your life. It creates gracefulness in your thoughts, in your feelings, in your communication, in the body flow. People who are having everything like stiff and joints and everything, their love is very tight. If you try to tightly hold on to something, that creates all that rheumatism in the body. Okay. Slow, steady, calm, yet powerful beyond anything in all worlds. Okay. How do you engage with love? The third action of love. Even if by just sitting silently with yourself, tuning in your mind, in your visualization, in your imagination, dreaming, how you feel love, all of these things which I just spoke about. How do you feel this love? What connects you, which brings you all this kind of a feeling or somewhat of an energy of that? How would you like to feel these qualities of love above whatever I have spoken of? Okay, you got to sit and engage. That's the way of engaging with love. Engaging is a more inward energy, like for love at least first, because you have to bring it from inside to outside. You got to sit and bring it here, see the flow of energy, see the flow of pulse. How would you like to feel those qualities of love above? What it personally means to you in your personal life. Make it very personal, make it very about yourself, above everybody else around you. Because you are the one living your life, you are the one who are feeling your emotions, you are the one having your thoughts, you are the prisoner of your thoughts and the liberator of your thoughts, both at the same time. You are the feeler of love and the expresser of love. What else is there? You're just all the time in yourself. You may have things around you, you may have people around you, but who is the one feeling and thinking? Who is the receiver of this experience around you? It's you. How would you like to build it more and more? Then you will come across this. How would you like to build it more and more? Then these ideas will come to you practically. How do you want to implement it in your life? What makes sense to you, basically? With people, places, activities, and things. Regenerate, the last of the action of love. How do you regenerate love? Regenerate is again going within. You are going by resting, by sleeping, by being in peace, by being restful contentment. Yeah, restful contentment is quietness. Love resides in that quietness. Love is not loud. Love is not sending Hallmark or Archie's cards to people. This is so misunderstood. It's being in restful contentment that you have indeed done well with love for today, Bring it inwards into your body, heart center. Withdraw, recuperate, hold, and sustain. Think about these words: recuperate, hold, withdraw. Bring it inside. And let the day feed you inside, nurture you, heal you each day and each hour. There is nothing more or less about love. Love is not residing in duality, so it does not have more or less love. It's not always about excitement or joy. It can be about peace and contentment as well. It can be about quietness, not about loudness. Sometimes it can be joy as expressed. That will be more outward. Sometimes it can be quiet and introverted. That is also love. Your entirety of being completely absorb in it. Let your mind allow it to feed you, nurture you, envelop your body and mind and emotion. So let this day, you got to sit at the end of the day and absorb the love back, like pulling the energy back into yourself, and rest. Allow it to permeate your entire being completely, and rest and drink from this love. This is the way it came to me, so I want to do a quick one on talking points of love. So think about this kind of energy and think about how you can bring this in your life, which really makes sense to you. After all, it has to make sense to you in a way which you can use it. It's not about people, it's not about places, it's not about things, or it's not about emotion. I'm talking about love. But it is all of them. It is each one of this, but not one specifically. Don't try to isolate and fix and make it a structure or a contract or a bargain or any of these stupid things that we do. Because the moment you start doing those, the first thing that flies out of the window is love. Then you're just carrying out a task, and then people become dull and bored and dead inside. That's what I'm trying to bring to you, as to show you here. Okay. Take care and leave your comments and see if you're here, if anybody at all is listening. Leave your comments and let's take this and see where it goes. Absorb this. Make this happen in your life. You do not have to be without love. Okay? Take care. Be safe. Be awesome wherever you are.